I wanted to share with you some of my family's favorite read aloud books. So reading aloud to children is so important. It is a huge determiner of how much they enjoy reading for the rest of their lives and how much they learn, how much education they complete. It's also a great bonding experience. Children who are read to often tend to be kinder because they have that physical affection of sitting in a lap. These books are great. You can read them aloud to the whole family, or you can have a child cuddle up in your lap and read aloud to them. It expands their vocabulary. It teaches them new things. A lot of these books use rhythm and rhyme and repetition, so that is very helpful for children as well. So I wanted to start off with one of our new series. These are our Star in Your Own Story. So you can see I put my daughter's name in there. This one I put my son's name and had a little bit more fun with it. This is the second one I did. The cool thing about it though is if you have multiple children, there are some commas and signs. So you can put Colette and Finn save the day instead of just having one child, or you can have a book for each child. So either way works. So these are great. They... the name follows through the whole book. And the stickers are really fun and puffy. And they also, it has the last page, it has this plastic on it, so it's very easy to remove and change out those stickers. So those are our Star in Your Own Storybooks. Another favorite read aloud that we have right now, we have this great series called Nibbles the Book Monster. This is the newest in that series called Nibbles and Numbers. And this is geared toward kids that are about 0 to anywhere up to about 4. So Nibbles is a book-eating monster, and he's eating his way through this book of numbers. So it says, he's nibbled the number 1. What a naughty monster. Now what will we do? Do you know what's after the 1? Of course, the number 2. So there's every little page has these little holes in it, and the amount of holes in each page correspond to the number. So this one has 3, so it has 3 holes in it. Finally, he eats his way out of the back of the book, and so you're supposed to start the book again. So we'll read this one over and over again often. The Bickered Big Race is a newer picture book. It is such a wonderful tale of these jungle animals. There's this big race every year, and the little aardvark wants to compete. It's these big, strong animals, fast animals that compete in this. And he says, you'll never finish. And the aardvark says, I will, and I'll have fun, said the aardvark. So there's lots of ups and downs. The race starts out. There's also this really cute bird that follows the aardvark around through the whole book. And mark it, set, go. So they go through all of these different twists and turns. And aardvark is always behind. And toward the end of the book, it finally looks like he might win. So all of a sudden, so he falls down. It looks like he might win the race, but he doesn't win the race. But the cool thing is, it's okay. He had fun. At the last minute, the other racers raced past him. But it's kind of a reverse tortoise in the hare. And just talking about how winning isn't everything, competing and having fun is just as important. I love our collections. So this is called the Big Book of Little Stories. There are so many stories in here. They're all done by a different illustrator, which I love because it makes it really, let me show you some of these. It makes it really fun to flip through the different stories and see these different illustrations. There's a little bookmark in it so you can mark your spots. So you don't have to read the whole book. But there's tons of little stories in here with just a little bit of text per page. Makes a wonderful, wonderful read aloud. And it's a great value because you're getting a bunch of stories in one big book. Another similar is our 10-minute stories. The illustrations in this book are so pretty. Let me show you some of those. And again, they're all done by different illustrators. So as you flip through, it's fun to see the different illustrations and the different styles of illustrations. A little bit more text per page for these. But great little 10-minute stories. So that is 10 10-minute stories. And we also have 10 more 10-minute stories. And you don't have to read one before the other. Alfie and Thats ABC is another one that I love. It's a great read aloud. It is a story, but it's also learning your ABCs. So great kind of learning and story. So Alfie and Bet are searching through the alphabet, trying to find their favorite letter. This is a pop-up book. The pop-ups are all really interesting in this, which I love. So It also follows along the bottom how far you've gone in the alphabet. Also great rhyming. So really unique flaps in this book. This is Alfie and Thats ABC. Play Me Some Music. I feel like this is a lesser known one, but it's one of our family's favorites. Amazing rhyming in this book. The pages are really nice and thick. So it says, play me some music on a funny banjo as we walk down the street, our hearts all aglow. Play me some music with a full marching band, a carnival of colors and costumes so grand. So it goes through all these different ways to play music. And finally, I love the last page. It says, now it's your turn. Can you play me a tune? Rat-a-tat-tat. Tap a tub with a spoon. Try shaking a treat jar or clapping your hands. Crash, play the cymbals with the lids of 2 pans. Make a rubber band twang like a homemade guitar. Puff a note through a bottle. And then bow like a star. You don't need a keyboard or harp or a gong. Just open your mouth and sing me a song. Such a wonderful celebration of music. Great read aloud picture book. Last one I'm going to show you, as far as our picture books and read aloud books go, some of our family's favorites, is Down Sid. So for as long as Sid could remember, the world was one way and he was the other. He lives upside down. And he doesn't normally go out of his house, because when he does, he gets a lot of stares. He doesn't really have any friends. No one really understands him. So one day he is in his living room, or in his kitchen rather, eating breakfast, and all of a sudden a basketball crashes through his window, and his neighbors say, we're sorry, we'll fix it and we'll make it up to you. So he goes out with his friends, they go to the fair, but he wasn't allowed on the roller coaster because it says you must be this tall and this way up. So Sid, everything's going wrong for Sid with this visit with his friends, and he feels like his friends are never going to really want to see him again. So the next morning he leaves the house and the friends go in with their tools and ladders and they make Sid's house all the right way for him. So everything used to be the other way around and he was on the ceiling, and now everything is the right way up. And then it says, and he did see his friends again almost every day. So this great story about accepting others the way they are, accepting yourself, friendship and kindness. So those are all of our family's current favorite read alouds. Let me know what kind of books that your kids like, whether it's fairy tales or things like that, or books about animals, and I'll definitely be able to recommend some books for you.